Stop! Please.
Oh, shit.
We have multiple 600 in progress for most of each. Subject is 25 and appears to have shit his pants.
Get back here!
I think it's gonna make a comeback.
I think so too, because I think people realize there's no hate in the heart when we say it.
Are we
Oh, I
rolling?
mean,
We are from different. I'm from Canada. Let me tell you about Canada. Canada loves a touch of homophobia. I think it's the hockey culture. Like if you're wearing too nice of a coat, someone is accusing you of homosexuality. No problem.
But it's not with hate, right?
Oh no.
Oh, it's with hate?
Oh, it's with hate.
See, that's my wait. Pull your thing in here, sir. We just roll. We just roll.
Oh,
That's
okay.
how we do it.
No, it's
Out the
a
gate.
steaming bowl of disrespect.
Okay, because I love like I said, bring your person here, and then I said gay, and that is just silly fun. I know the climate of the.
It's one of those things where it's like, what is very funny in this like current time is people when they're like, you can just say whatever you want. I always want to be like, you got to recognize context, setting, time and place. Where it's like, we're friends. I understand what's in your heart. You understand how I'm going to take that. But it's that thing of like, if you're out in polite society,
Yes.
then you're releasing that.
I'm
dog.
not gonna run the streets of West Hollywood shouting this shit out.
But here's the thing: is there's people that they're like, no, and then you go like, why do you want to do that? They're like, it's funny that they're really, and I'm like, no, you stop it, no,
Yeah,
you can't
no,
do
you're
that.
being an asshole.
Yeah.
I'll say it amongst a joking context amongst friends, not trying to just spew hate. You know, obviously I get that. That's what my quarrel is. It's like, hey, it's not hate speech if we're a comedian and there's love in our heart and we're joking around.
It's an interesting one, and again, I just live my life for me. But I sort of wiped that from my mind because it was like I was in university, I was in theater school, and I sat at a table with a bunch of friends of mine, and I dropped a hard one because in my head I was like, what does it matter? They know. But everyone at the table was gay, and they were all like, "Hey, what the fuck?" And I was like, "Well," and I explained that I know it doesn't matter because they're going, but someone else who hears it, like it's like, and then they tell two people, and then they two tell people, and then there's a bashing. So I'm just like, and it was that thing of like, oh,
I know what
I
you
got
say.
it.
Like, it sucks that something in jest or a joke, a malicious, hateful person can then fuel them like, they said it, let's
Exactly.
do it.
That's why I was like, all right.
And it's like, no. You're not getting what I'm putting down here, sir.
Yeah. I had even a similar one where a friend of a friend is a trans person. And this is like, we're talking 2009. I dropped
That OG.
a hard
OGT.
OG Facebook. You need a college email to log on, bro. What's going on?
Add that to the letterings.
Yeah. I dropped a hard T with a big Y, and he messaged me and was like, hey, I know you're a comedian. You probably don't know the negative connotation of that word. Just so you... And what I liked was it was like, just so you know, that's being used against...
In 2009, wasn't that okay, though?
It was like the very...
He was the first guy.
I feel like
decided.
I feel like I was like the test case of like, let's roll this out. Let's see if we can undo.
It's all become a hit.
And I was like, reacted really badly initially. Like I had that thing of like, what the fuck? And then I was like, hang on, like,
yeah,
like they're coming to you as a friend, being like, just so you were aware, that word makes my life tough.
Yeah,
I'm not. You do you. Just be aware. And I was like, and it's that thing of like, shit. Yeah, that one's out of the rotation. You're right. I don't want to be putting any negativity or hate out there, except for people I don't like, and then I want to directly negatively
then that's a long list. Here
certainly
they come.
is. And they're all straight whites, so I say what I please.
That's right. What is up with straight whites?
They're fucking
the
up.
worst.
They are fucking
You're
up.
the worst. Coming from true straight whites.
Come on, man. Jan 6, I got to tell you, that was a real hit for my fashion, because I dress like every...
What happened Jan 6th?
Ah, man. Craziness.
The revolution?
Yeah. These bullshit politicians fucking stole the presidency. That's what fucking happened. No, but it's the thing of the problem with the alt-right...
The cabal is coming down.
Yeah, exactly. Besides all of the white supremacies, I look best in the clothes the Proud Boys wear, and that's a hard... That was a hard being like, shit, I'm going to have to look like an ass for a couple of years because we just can't match.
Dude, that's so
Like-
awful. That's how much I don't pay attention. What happened, Jance?
But this is why
I got embarrassed there. I was like,
this
oh,
is why
yeah.
America's the greatest country in the world, is that it's somehow, despite all of the mistakes, there is a charm to America that you just are like, yeah, right, you rascal, get in here, come on, have a sandwich.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come on.
I go, yeah, oh, where'd you
Yeah.
get that oil, you scamp?
Come on.
Close a hospital.
Come swing the gavel.
Yeah,
That
like
judge
this-
doesn't need it.
Any,
Out of the way, security guards.
I do this on stage, but it's 100% true. As any other country in the world would not get away with the shit America gets away with. It's because you guys do it with no shame. Like, you just do it.
Yeah.
It's like exactly how you went, what happened January 6th? It's done just pure naivete of like, wait, what happened?
Why don't we just sweep that
Shit.
under the rug?
Yeah.
Ever heard of the Trail of Tears? I haven't.
That's the thing. Like, that's the funniest thing also living here. Is like every other country you bring up the bad historical shit, people are like, yeah, sorry about that. You bring up like Japanese internment camps to an American, they're like,
No, we didn't do that.
yeah, exactly. They're like, what
They
the
had it coming. Well,
The-
you said two different things.
That's that's where you get the age. See,
Yeah.
I'd say someone our age would be like, "Wait, what the fuck you talking about?" And
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, look it up. And they're like, "No shit." And then it's like our dads would be like, "I don't know what you're talking about, but we were right to fucking do it." That's
Yeah.
That's the growth our generations have made. Is
Yeah.
original America was just deny and then defense. Now we're just at deny.
I grew up in the American Legions and the VFWs, and let me tell you, there ain't much remorse from that
No,
generation.
certainly not. No, that.
There ain't an ounce of it. They're like,
And what's funny is most of that generation is Generation X, and they didn't even fight in that fucking war.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah, they popped over to the
Vietnam.
sandbox a couple of times. Vietnam. No, not Vietnam. Vietnam was also baby boomers. I always forget about Vietnam because I'm Canadian. We sat that one out, but then I have to remember, oh no, wait.
Oh no.
Baby boomers in this country did actually go to a war. Never mind, sorry.
Yeah, they did. But there's all sorts of little wars that we don't know. What about when we bombed Grenada? I like bringing that one up.
Yeah, I always forget
We went to
about that.
war with Grenada. My dick hole is bigger than that country, and we went to war
And
with
you guys
them.
bombed the shit out of Panama at one point?
Yeah.
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 Fascinating. Yeah, you guys
We
just-
have bombed every country, and we just go.
Wait a minute, has America bombed every continent? You've definitely bombed South Africa.
We
South
bombed
America.
space with a nuclear weapon.
No, you didn't.
I googled that.
No,
I
let's Google
swear
this
on
right
my
now.
Google.
Someone Google.
John Hastings. You're
There's
gonna Google.
no way they
Oh,
detonated
yeah.
a nuclear bomb. If
What
I
is it?
see Alex Jones's face when I Google this.
Oh no, that's a fact, Jack. You know what the study found out? They're like, we wanted to see what happened, and then all the reports said, "Don't do that again. Don't do that again." It's true stuff.
I mean, here's the thing. I wouldn't put it past NASA to be like, you know what?
It wasn't NASA. I mean, I'm sure they're in cahoots. It was just straight. The military was like, "We're fucking doing this."
Oh, I want you to know, by the way, I accidentally Googled America detonates nuclear bomb. You guys have done that. You have officially detonated a nuclear bomb. I just
We've detonated 2,000 of them.
Yeah, I didn't put it at space. That was the...
Do space.
Why the U.S. wants... Oh, shit!
I told you, bro. They don't advertise that on the pamphlets. Land of the free, where we nuke the stardust.
This is the worst headline I've ever read. The results from the 1962 Starfish Prime test serve as a warning of what might happen if Earth's magnetic field gets blasted again with high doses of radiation. I don't know what like half those words mean, but I am greatly concerned.
Put on your sunscreen. Better get the zinc. Blocks out. you know?
I just don't like the idea of the magnetic field. That just sounds like something that a scientist brings up, tells you about right after he goes, and that's gone, so we are dead.
We're dead.
Yeah.
Hey, we keep using Monsanto and DuPont pesticides that are making bees extinct, which jeopardizes all life on Earth.
It's true. But
It's still available at Home Depot.
have you had their lima beans, though?
Oh my God, DuPont lima beans.
Bro.
I grew a goiter in my back after the second one. It's fantastic. I got a Theragun, you know. You get a product, causes a problem, you buy another product, gets rid of it.
What's is that
America.
Is that America or is that a Theragun? What's a Theragun?
I don't know. I bought the cheap knockoff bootleg, but it's still good.
That does
It was
sound good.
$149 instead of like $549. Theragun, you're an asshole. I got Infinity Gun or whatever the fuck the bootleg is that they sell at Costco. I love Costco.
I mean, I gotta tell you, yeah, you really shows your age when you start appreciating Costco, particularly the food items available.
Oh my God. They
That-
have Alaskan king crab legs on Sundays.
I know, but there's no way that's coming from Alaska or a king crab. But I'm just like,
Yes, it is, John.
I like the way they
Take
lie.
that
You know what I
back.
mean? Like, it's like I know I'm supposed to hate Bill Clinton. He's a reprehensible bag of shit.
He locked 700,000 African Americans up.
I'm sure he did.
Yeah, I said it.
He
I said it.
He loved a bit of the old.
Bill's a
sexual,
racist.
Bit of the old.
That Gates, too.
It certainly is.
Fuck you and your racist computers, bitch.
Yeah, big fan of.
Zoom be blacking out on black people. I see you as Bill Gates.
Yeah, whatever.
You're a
fucking-
racist.
You pal of J. Epstein,
Yeah,
Bill
you
Gates,
fucking
motherfucker.
yeah. He went to that island.
Enjoy
How
it.
many times? Nobody brings that up anymore.
I bring it up. His
Yeah.
ex-wife brings it up. That's the two people.
Surprised if the algorithms take a tank. I said the word wrong. I said the word wrong.
What's funny is I don't know if you're pretending to say that or that's just how you actually say it. And it's even better is I don't think at this point you even know.
I don't. No.
It's like
okay.
how Andrew Dice Clay definitely didn't
Hey.
start as the Dice Man, but he's been the Dice Man too
Now
long.
he's the dice
He's
man.
the Dice Man.
He's the dice. So what happens is I 100% butcher words on accident. And then sometimes it's so embarrassing or laughable, both, that I'll just lean in and then continue.
Yeah, it's one
But
of the,
it always comes from organic. Because if I were to try to do it fake out the gate, I'd feel like I can't even do bits with changing a family member's name because I feel like a fraud. You know, it's so weird. Like, no one knows your uncle's real name. You could say a different name, but it'll pull me out of the bit so much so that I have to say his real name. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, I love the challenge of disguising the person, but they know that
I just put them on
you
blast.
just put them on blast.
Yes.
Well, I
First
gotta-
and last name.
But I have a couple. Don't you have a couple of tales? I've had a couple of tales where I'm like, if I put them on blast, they are going to get put on the unemployment line because you are not allowed. Some of the behavior
Hey.
I have witnessed or participated in.
That's on them and their shitty deeds.
That's on them. You putting it on them? Nah.
No, you're right. I really shouldn't because they didn't ask to be named on my podcast.
It's fun though. It is fun. There is a fun rush after you're done a podcast where you have to text someone to be like, "Hey, you remember that thing? Is it cool if I tell that on stage?" And then they're like, "Yeah," and you're like, "Oh, cool." And then a day later, you're like, "Oh, I just told that on a podcast. Hope you look forward to seeing it." And
It's
then-
recorded and lives on the internet forever.
Yeah. Oh, for years I had a bit about So I accidentally took a shit on a friend of mine's wall, and then I cleaned it and never told him.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Okay, so here's what happened: is I got steak and eggs at a Denny's, and I went medium rare. Top tip: do not do that.
Denny's, top tip. Don't eat at Denny's.
Other big top 10.
And
But
then also, don't order the steak. You savage.
I was 16, man. I was
Oh,
learning.
okay.
I was
All right,
learning
all right.
about myself.
You learned that the hard way.
I
know.
certainly did. And then I walked 45 minutes while the goo was percolating in my belly, and then I got to his place. And this guy's such a germaphobe. I had to give him $2 so I could take a shit in his bathroom. He was right. I deserved that $2 because I shit on the wall of his home. The home his grandfather built. His grandfather was nailing walls into bricks or whatever, putting the tar on the brick and laying it. And then later,
$2? You deserve $222.
well, this is why I'm glad you were not negotiating for him. I did that, cleaned most of it. There were a couple of spatters behind the toilet, which they could never figure out. He never told me. I started doing a bit about it on stage when I was living in Europe at the time. And I was like, by the
I
way,
thought you said Europa.
I was living in Europa.
Like, what the fuck is Europa?
it's where
Europe.
where
Where are you
Sher-
from? Canada.
And then I moved to England. And I moved here. It's a triangle. And then I got people when I was on the road in Europe, I would give his full name and say, Facebook him, John Hastings, shit on your wall. And then he would just get random Facebook messages from like Finland, Sweden, Belgium,
Yeah.
England. And finally it was just like, what the fuck is this shit? What is this joke? And then I explained, I was like, oh, I shit on your wall. And he was like,
What?
yeah. He's like, oh, that makes so much sense. And then I recorded the story for an album that's on Spotify with him in the audience, and you can hear him at the end yell, "Fuck you!"
Nice.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
The album's called Art
is
on
fantastic.
Spotify. John Hastings Art. Also, new album coming out.
Check out his albums.
John Hastings, Float Like a Butterfly. John Hastings, Float Like a Butterfly. John Hastings Like a Bee. out at the end.
Oh,
of
I
August.
thought it was gonna be "Float Like a Butterfly, Stings When I Pee."
That's the next.
That's my album.
That's what,
That's what I'm gonna call my
Stings
album.
While you pee.
Floats. Shit.
No. I think the whole album could be you trying to remember it. This album's called "Fuck Algae Gimbums."
Did you have your coffee today? Yes, I did. I remembered I wanted to talk to you about something, and it flew out the window.
Was it? I feel like I'm like following you, and you said you were going on a bike ride, and I show up, and you're on a horse, and you're like, "We're gonna ride bikes on horses," and I'm like, "I don't know what this plan is, but I'm just gonna go along with it."
None of us know what the plan is.
This is my point exactly. Also, who's the faded Jesus on that Jesus candle? I know this isn't on the podcast, but
Me.
That's you next to Tupac.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I sort of wondered if that was you, and I like that a lot.
Yeah, I need to get those stickers made.
Certainly do.
Espiritu Santo, Maria. No,
I like that every LA grocery store you can just buy some nice
rosary candles.
Some nice rosary Santeria. Are they for Santeria or are they just for general prayer?
I believe both. It's you know, they absolutely can be used for Santeria and black magic and voodoo.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I believe they're for church and prayer and I think rosary candles. I don't know. I don't really practice religion. But also in middle school, they're 99 cents. So we would buy them and just break them and then use the wax to wax up curbs.
For skateboarding?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
we would buy those because it was the cheapest candle. Honestly, I didn't. You're 12. You're like, where do you buy candles? I've seen those at the 99 cent store.
I mean, I didn't even think of that. You have to wax the curbs. Oh my God, it's taking me back to my ill-gotten youth of like.
Yeah, I used to skate and then I broke my leg and then I quit because. Yes.
How far up the skate?
I was bad at. I was brand new. I quit 6 months in. I got all my gear, all my shit, got on a quarter pipe, broke my leg, and said, "Fuck that."
See, I've broken both elbows and my shoulder biking, and I got hit by a car for this elbow, and then my handlebar snapped in January, so my elbow, this elbow, and this shoulder, corner of Adams and a Western bus right behind me. Could be dead. Still have PTSD. Life is hell.
And you still ride
still
your
want
bike?
to bike. I have not gone back. I'm like, you have to wait a year before you get back. But like, it's one of those ones where like friends and family are like, you're an asshole.
You're biking in the streets though.
I'm on the streets, baby.
That's what I don't get. LA is not safe for that.
No city is.
Yeah, you're right.
And the
but
thing
especially LA. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead, and then I will.
Because everyone's on their fucking phone more so than any other city and state.
I weirdly have to disagree.
What city and state where people are on their fucking phone more than LA?
LA people are on their phone more, but it is such an aggressive driving city, and it's also such a highway city. Most people are on the highways. I ain't on the highways. And if you're a smart street cyclist, you stay the fuck off of every major drag. You're literally on side streets that there's a bicycle path network that's on side streets that they have an extra widened street. Like, if you ever notice, especially West Hollywood, you notice it the most because the streets are so narrow. And then you're on some random street and you're like, this is like a double wide deluxe VIP street.
Yeah.
Those are streets that have been intentionally widened for cyclists.
The city could solve all these problems by making every single narrow street a one-way and having a fucking bike path. It's easier for everyone to park. It's minor inconveniences if you took the wrong street, but you're gonna learn how to live soon, and you just.
I completely agree, and the mayor of LA that does that will get like voted out. The other thing they should just do, and they are finally doing it, is public transport the shit out of this town.
Don't get me started on that.
Is that a big hot button issue? Because you live by the beach. Imagine
100 years ago, LA had one of the best world public the Goodyear Standard Oil, Big Oil bought it up, boarded it up, paved it, and it's gone.
It's what's even more frustrating is because the remnants. If you're in parts of West Hollywood and Beverly Hills, they have these beautiful fucking flower pots in the middle of the road, and you're like, why would they design it so there's flower pots in the middle of the road?
Train.
It was a fucking train track.
Fucking train. It went everywhere.
Do you know how?
You understand there was a train from Venice to downtown LA? There was a train to the airport, like every other airport. there was a train everywhere. There was like San Francisco. There was trolleys and trains.
Yeah.
And then old John D. Rockefeller got his little snake cock and said, suck on that. Suck on that.
I don't think Rockefeller had anything to do with any
He
of
owned
this.
Standard Oil.
Did he really? Oh, yes, he absolutely did. He went rail to
He
oil.
had a hand in everything because he owned like, I don't know the numbers, but 70 to 80% of oil in his era in America.
I wouldn't be
So
surprised.
he ran oil.
He ran shit. Yeah.
He ran oil, which ran everything.
Yeah. I think he famously got the National Guard to shoot some people. I think that was him who did the Ludlow Massacre.
Really?
Yeah, there's a thing called the Ludlow Massacre, and you read about it, and you're like, wait, what? And they're
That's that 10 soldiers and Nixon's coming.
that's a different
We're
time.
finally on our own. They killed a bunch of college students.
Well, yeah, that's Kent.
America, land of the
Kent State,
free.
baby. Oh, listen, America.
Where we shoot students and go, oh, sorry.
It's utterly fascinating right now because people are like, this is the worst time to be in America. And I'm like,
no.
Bros, no. Like, 68 was, like, the 60s and 70s were banana. The LBJ took, Kennedy got shot on TV. His replacement was a psycho Texan who loved showing everyone his dick and just like, let's bomb some Vietnamese. He's followed up by Richard Nixon, who at the same time was like, somehow helped the women's, the feminist movement by like trying to introduce laws to go against workplace sexual harassment, and formed the EPA, and also was like, but by the way, president is king. I destroy all my enemies. Can we bomb Cambodia? And they're like, no. And he was like, no means yes. Tricky dicky, baby. Boo, 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 boo. Like, it's like,
Gadoosh.
they go to, there's protests at Kent State, and they're like, let's shoot us some students, bros. Like, it's so fucking nuts.
Yeah. It's so funny. You know, you talk about America and everyone has this polarized, like, you don't like it? Leave. It's like, no, I do like it. I also would like it if they didn't murder students and get away with it. That seems fair. It seems fair. And also we're land of the free, freedom of speech, where you're allowed to speak like this.
This is my point.
But apparently not anymore, since, you know, we police ourselves and what we can't. Get out of here. We cannibalize ourselves. It's awful.
It's that thing of the argument like gets shifted to something else. You can't talk about like, why would you want someone like Donald Trump? Like, you know what I mean? You can't actually get to the base individual answer of like, why would you want that person? Why would you say that about that? So it immediately goes in like, you can't stop me from saying
fuck you.
And it's like, all right,
fuck your mom. Fuck your house.
Like, this is the whole debate where
And fuck the college
arose.
you
like,
went to.
Like, even the fucking the things with the cops where it's like, at a certain point, I finally just like in my head, I'm like, I was brought up that we're not. You don't like a cop. Cops are the fucking buzzkill. But also, you're not allowed to shoot or kill people. Cops.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah. Don't get me started. I already said. Yeah. It seems fair. Like, hey, stop shooting unarmed human beings.
Yeah.
You hate cops. No. That's not what I said.
Yeah.
I probably have said it in other moments.
I will say it. I have a very healthy dislike for police officers, particularly the LAPD, for no other reason than during fucking COVID, every time you saw those officers in businesses, in places in public where everyone else is wearing a mask, there's fucking LAPD, oh, your mask is off. I pay your fucking salary. Get the mask on. And you try and, you even think about walking up to an LAPD officer and going, put your mask on. I guarantee you're getting roasted. They will figure out a way to fuck with you.
Like, oh, look at that powder you got in your pocket.
Exactly. I'm not.
You
like,
mean
this
the
is
one
the
you
problem.
put in my pocket?
Yeah.
That was a viral video that just went nuts where the dude was filming. He set up his camera and the cop just throws a little baggie of powder in him. He's like, what was that? He's like, I'm filming you. And the cop was like, I'm filming you. And I don't know what happened. I want to follow it up, but it's all on camera. It was on one of those LAD Bible fucking viral shits on the Instagram.
LAD Bible?
I don't know what the fuck
It's called Lad Bible, and I love that you Americanized it by calling it LAD Bible. You'd be a real hellion to debate with. You know what I mean? What about this boy? Come on! You're a real raspberry!
What do you want from me?
Yeah, a lot of this. I gotta tell you, there's a lot of this going on. A lot of this.
Attacking. It's also just funny how many times the cops have been caught and found guilty for extremely shady shit. And if almost all precincts has had some horrible officer that has been found guilty of something, and yet moving forward, no, their word is the Almighty God. Don't ever, you know what I mean? What about all the times they made a goddamn movie about it. This is gonna sound dumb and ignorant, but that in New York wasn't like 60% of the NYPD investigated. He doesn't have his phone. I made him record with it. Maybe you could help me out. There was a point where New York police, the NYPD, was found guilty, but like all of them. what was it, Serpico or some shit?
Yes, no, there was Serpico discovered.
It was the Al Pacino movie, I believe. I was
Serpico.
watching.
So Serpico was a real guy, Frank Serpico, and he broke open I don't know if it was 60%, I don't remember the numbers, but he basically broke up a huge amount of police corruption within the NYPD.
Yes.
How it was systemic. He explained it to the Justice Department. They busted up that organization. Like, so for anyone,
and then they just relocated the cops, and they went to other cities.
A bunch went to jail, but then there's
kind of like the church.
But the main problem, exactly, is it was systemic. So you remove all those guys that got caught, the system is still there. So new cops literally filtered right back in, doing the same thing. Like there's a documentary called The 7-5 that's the 80s and 90s, and there's a cop in that is just a drug dealer. Like he's a full coke dealer on Long Island, and his day job is he was a cop in East New York, and like. You gotta watch this documentary for no other reason that the cops that catch him, all the like NYPD internal affairs guys, these are who should be cops. These are boring, milquetoast, fucking missionary position, butter on bread, fucking boring people. Like that's
the cop I want.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Because he's less like the Pistol Pete. They're just
I don't want. Yeah. I want a coffee.
Old Bland is like
Yeah, I want a coffee black guy who loves filling out a report. You know what I mean? He's got a pencil.
Look at all this paperwork.
Can't wait. He's got a giant boner because of it.
The lazy cops just shoot him. We'll make it up later. I don't want to fill out the deets.
Exactly. Oh, it's fucking. But it's also because being a cop's a shitty job. Let's be honest. It's like all the movies about being a cop. It's like you're doing a back roll over the hood of a car. You're shooting a drug dealer in the neck.
And there's too much responsibility in their hands. They're
way too much responsibility.
I've read the memes. You know, it's true though. They show up. They're like marriage counselors and therapy. Like they're dealing with mentally ill, spousal abuse, this that. It's just like.
That's why I have a plan, which is we give some random crimes. Those should be taken care of by the fire department.
Like which crime?
Shoplifting, that's handled by the fire department. You get caught shoplifting, they shoot you with the hose. So all the punish. There's we go through a bunch of crimes and we go, you know what? This is being handled by the fire department. So they can do it. You're on the way to fire. We got to stop by a 7-Eleven. Someone grabbing no Henrys. Pop in. Dog barks at him. Shoot him with the hose. You fucking remember that?
Oh,
Off
Henry.
The fire. Whatever bar it is.
Reference the most obscure niche candy bar I've ever heard of.
Wait, you don't like an O. Henry?
I'm more a $100,000 kind of guy.
$100,000. What are you doing with your life? Come on.
I'm more a score.
A score? Come on.
SKOR.
So sharp to the mouth, cuts the top of your throat.
I'm more a Cadbury egg kind of fella. What's another obscure chocolate? Come on, keep it.
None of these are obscure.
Caramello. Yes, they are.
Made up that one. There's no such thing as
there is a caramello.
I'm looking it up right now. No,
to your surprise, I am right. Whatchamacallit? Rolo. Everyone knows a Rolo. I love a Rolo.
Hey, here's my question. So I did a podcast yesterday trying to promote this album I got coming out. Doing this one. It's like a butterfly, John Hastings like a bee. Available in all.
Stings like a bee.
Stings like a bee.
Stings when I pee. Yes. What is it? Carry my pod, please. No, what were you saying?
So, but here's my thing with podcasts, which is they started audio, and then a couple of them went visual. Now some podcasts are just on YouTube, not even available on things that used to be called pods.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear from people now. I've heard a couple people we're starting a podcast. It's narrative, and we're filming about. And I'm like, that's a TV show. You just explained to me how you invented a TV show. Like how crazy. Like it's just such a weird medium of it
is weird. I didn't do video at first, and then we did video, and the numbers doubled. So I was like, looks like I'm doing video.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is weird. This world is just becoming just make your own TV show.
Yeah.
Which is cool, but also it's just like, I'm lazy.
Well, this is the thing is like I started doing a Twitch stream, and then I broke my elbow and shoulder. I couldn't play video games. I started talking to my friend Chris. We had another host named Ashley, and now the three of us are doing a daily podcast 5 days a week.
Daily? That's too many days.
I mean, well, no, it's 5 days a week, not 7.
Okay.
Yeah. Untitled Twitch stream available, twitch.tv/untitled Twitch stream, or www.twitch.tv/John Hastings Comedy. It's with Chris Best and Ashley Madding. It's really
We'll
great.
put the links in. No one's going to write all that down.
But here's the
Provide the links, though. Just
here's
click
the
it
thing.
Or tick it.
Is that you're 100% right? Is this weird situation where we have to just do everything now? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know.
yeah, like
You're looking at it.
yeah, I know. Like, it's the funniest thing in the world where it's like we have all this freedom, but it's like, there time was there'd be a guy like, we're making community service. It's not like this. This would have been made of wood.
Yeah.
It would
Real production.
You wouldn't have been allowed to touch it for violation of a union rule.
Everything's borrowed. That camera's borrowed. Those lights are borrowed.
That's
his zoom. That's my cloud, though. No, it's not.
It's like every single thing just became the beginning of the movie Wayne's World. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it really did.
We're just like, whoa. Which Mike Myers character would you most like to be? I'd like to be Wayne Campbell from Wayne's World.
I would like to be his role in Bohemian Rhapsody. The asshole record producer
the guy
that blocks them from doing Bohemian Rhapsody.
I gotta tell you, I didn't love that movie. I wanted it to be way more the Queen story that's real, like just like decadence and insanity, and Freddie Mercury just knowing how fucking good he is all the time.
He was so good.
So fucking good.
He was he might be the best frontman of all time. I'm a huge Zeppelin fan, and Robert Plant gives him a run for his money. But if it comes from pizzazz, you know what I mean? Robert Plant didn't have his pizzazz, but Robert Plant had that.
Robert Plant just like, it's a sexy dude singing. Like, you're gonna look at that.
Yeah.
But like Freddie Mercury comes out on stage at Live Aid. Everyone else has performed. He walks out in a goddamn undershirt tucked into faded jeans and bicycle shoes, and basically looks at those rock stars and are like, "Yo,
you ready
y'all
for
about
this?
to go to fucking school?"
Yeah.
What? He's holding the top of a mic stand for no fucking reason. You're just like, this guy fucking kick it.
Yeah.
Go on. His ridiculous mustache. It's fantastic.
It's kind of funny they did one Live Aid and not another one. It was like, wasn't it the most successful?
They've done like a bunch more.
Have they?
Yeah.
Where have I been?
They've done like Live Aid. They did like an anniversary called Live 8 in like 2008 or 2018.
Oh, so they have.
Yeah,
I
they've done a
didn't
bunch of
hear about
anniversary.
it though. Queen wasn't on it.
Queen wasn't on
He's
it.
dead.
It's also, I think Live Aid is a much bigger thing in Europe and other parts of the world. I don't know how big Live Aid is in the States. Like, it wasn't, I don't know if it was like the cultural touchstone.
Yeah.
Like in England, they literally look at Live Aid, they were like, that was the day. Like they like
I know. I that's why I said what I said, because I want more. I want more. Freddie Mercury, come back. I'll see you in purgatory.
Who would you say is the front man living right now is the best front man living right now? I'm gonna go Iggy Pop.
Dear. Oh, well, I forgot about him because he seems like he should be dead.
Certainly should.
I'm
be.
a huge Stooges fan. How do I fuck up that word? I actually listened to Funhouse before that album, before the first time I ever did stand up. I said, what will give me the energy?
Yeah. Just listening to
put in Funhouse.
Yeah, a punk album that for no reason has a saxophone, and it works, but it really should just go in. Oh, it's a great album, but man, you can tell they're on drugs. Like,
he's
like just so many. Just here's how you know musicians are on drugs is when they start claiming that they're animals. That's when you want to fucking watch out.
I Want to Be Your Dog.
There we go, right there.
Great song.
Yeah, his constant "I am a street walking cheetah." Hide full
With
of
the
napalm.
I thought he said with a handful of napalm.
It might be a handful of napalm. I don't hear lyrics, so you're probably right. Are you wearing a d.a.r.e hat?
Yes, they're $5.50 on the internet. d.a.r.e.com.
No.
$5.50.
How much is a shirt? I totally get a d.a.r.e shirt.
I will never wear their shirts.
What is it again, D.a.r.e? What is?
Don't do drugs. That's what it stands for. Drug awareness, reparations, experiments. Googles. I took
Drug
this one.
abuse resistance education.
There you go.
There we go. That was great. Yeah, because there was MAD for a while, which is Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
That's still around. They're always after my dad.
Oh man,
There's also Great, which we've talked about before.
What is Great?
In Los Angeles, there's so much gangs that they created Great when I was in middle school, and it was gang resistance education awareness training or something. It was to not join gangs.
fuck.
But all
Brother,
it did
you're
was
from
make
a-
me want to join a gang.
Here's the problem.
West Side.
When you're 14, gangs look. There's no
So
parents.
cool.
So cool.
Drugs, titties, graffiti.
Graffiti.
We love vandalism.
Yeah, sleeping in a tent.
Guns.
Guns.
Who doesn't get my gun, Chris?
So you from LA? You grew up in LA?
Mm-hmm.
I'm fascinated with the idea of like growing up in this city because it's such a weird, not city. Like, so two people that like born the same day, same hour, same minute, could grow up in different parts of the city, and it's 100% different lives. Like,
Oh,
you could
yeah.
grow up like by the beach and in the valley. It's like you might as well be on Earth and the
Diff-
moon.
Yes, it's very odd. How different just a neighboring city is. From even just like my family. Like I grew up in Torrance. I was born in Harbor City. Harbor City's is a little hood. It's a little rough and tough. And then I have a lot of family in Wilmington, San Pedro, Lomita, and Torrance. Torrance is where it starts to get nice. Lomita's an odd town. Not that it's not nice, but there's just a lot of tweakers and racists there, but also Mexicans. It's so weird.
This
a lot
is
of
the-
trailer parks, but then also really nice homes and families.
This is the thing. That
It's just weird.
It fascinates me about America, like the amount of MAGA hats and QAnon flags and like anti-immigration you'll see in San Diego, and you're like, guys, I understand not liking Mexicans if you live in New Hampshire because you can't experience the culture and understand that there's nothing negative happening with their inclusion within the American tapestry. But you're in San Diego. You're literally walking by 3 exceptionally run businesses that were owned and operated by Mexican Americans to put up
Not to mention, you
ignorant
love
flag.
the tacos, don't you?
Not to mention
Yeah,
the fucking
don't you, San Diegans?
Goddamn
you eat
right.
them tacos and you shut your mouth when your mouth is full.
If it wasn't for goddamn Mexican culture, the southwest of the U.S. would be just tweakers and racists. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, like,
With a couple lawyers to get them out.
of course, yeah, there'd be a couple of divorce lawyers just to sort it out. A couple of guys named, Rob the lawyer, quarterback.
Mine. I was like, did you just name? My lawyer's name was Ron Barrow.
Oh, what, entertainment law or law?
La la.
Oh yeah.
La la. But he retired after my case. I don't know what happened to him. I tried to Google him. I was like, hey man, I thought this shit was supposed to be expunged. And then it said this guy no longer practices laws. So maybe I had a shifty lawyer, and I'm glad because it got me out of it. I
Yeah, I
tell
was
you
gonna say.
what.
I've said it before. I say again. You don't want a Saul Goodman lawyer or an accountant. You want someone that's going to work within the lines, but you want the guy that's going to go right to the line and be like, "We're doing this."
I'd rather have Saul.
You want Saul?
Yeah, man.
Nah, I don't want.
Yeah.
Because I don't want someone.
I
doing
want Saul. What evidence?
I want the guy that'll be like, "We got the evidence," but he's the guy that'll be like, "Here's what we're gonna do." I want the angle. Work the angle.
So here's the thing. I got the evidence, and it just happened to set on fire. Moses sent the lightning down with this burning bush and said, you will be free, Great Conant. You will be free.
Can you discuss what you did or didn't do to involve this? That was
Yeah, I mean, everyone knows. I threw firecrackers at police officers on horses. It was 4th of July. It's my bit that went viral and got me a fan base. I talked about it, and then it led me to get in sober and into stand-up, actually. That's true.
It led you to get sober and into stand-up.
Yeah, because I was in jail, and and then I was just like, oh, man, this is bad.
Yeah, this sounds like it sucks.
Yeah, I lived with my mama. I was on drugs. I had no money. I had no outlet, and then I was like, I just watched Tim Allen on Shatner's Raw Nerve. It was a short-lived show on E.
I absolutely remember that show.
But he would talk about horrible things. Like Shatner talked about finding his wife drowned in a pool. Like it was Raw Nerve, and it was to expose and talk about real heavy shit. It was actually a beautiful show. It was heavy, but it was just, everyone has gone through horrible things. And Tim Allen was talking about how he got locked up for cocaine, drug smuggling. And he was a fall guy. He said it wasn't it was a setup, and he got 2 years. But the story, so many things came into play. So I watched that show, and then Tim Allen said that he had done a set at a comedy club, and it was his first time. He had a very good set, and the owner was like, "Hey, you could work this club whenever you want. You're great. That's your first time. We'll put you in the circuit." And then he goes, "Okay, but I have to go to prison for a couple years. When I get out, will you still have me?" And the owner said yes. And the owner was true to his word. Tim Allen gets locked up, does 2 years in a federal pen, and credits his funny, allowing him to survive prison because no one fucked with him because they liked him because he was funny. He gets out, he goes back to the comedy club, and then just does comedy and becomes Tim Allen. So I had saw that. And I had always wanted to do stand-up. It had always been in me. I was a jackass out the womb. And wild at the womb, baby. And then my coworker at Trader Joe's, Brian Granger, was like, "You're fucking nuts and funny. You got to go do stand-up with me." So he had always been asking me for about, 3-6 months. Then I saw Tim Allen on Shatner's Raw Nerve. Then I threw firecrackers at police officers on horses, allegedly.
Supposedly.
And then I obviously got caught and in trouble, and I had 4 charges: assault on a horse officer, assault on an officer, detonation of explosive devices, and possession of explosive devices. And then I was in jail, and then I was just like, dude, you got to change. Like, you're 25, you live at home with your mama, you ain't got shit, And then I got bailed out by my mama, and then called up Brian Granger. I was like, "Hey, let's go do that open mic." And then I went to Bliss Art House Cafe on Fountain and Vine, and that was a wild open mic because it was an AA meeting, and then right after was an open mic.
Oh no!
Exactly, it was the biggest shit show.
Let's explain
on
this
earth.
because this is, if you're not from LA, the open mics in LA are much different. This is a bit. I love this sort of talk.
I forget to distinct that because I talk about open mics, not realizing that LA is different than besides maybe New York.
No, the LA's stand-up filtration system. There are so many more like stumbling blocks, full walls, intimidations, minefield scenarios.
I thought so. It's comforting to hear from an outside perspective coming in.
Like, I came in from the Canada scene is the most nurturing. Like, that's just like, you literally show in and you're like, "Hey, we're all best friends now. Let's go do comedy." And by the way, we hate, it's very cliquey, but you'll find your crew.
Cliquey.
You like that shit? And then you go to the UK, and the UK is fucking business. No cliques. There we go. It's all business. A couple of friends, but everyone's it's very cutthroat, but there's a path. There's clear paths. And you get to LA.
There ain't no path.
There ain't no path. It's like a bowl of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, it's
Let's
fucking.
put our willies in it.
Yeah, it's so nuts. Because it's also you'll go to an open mic and you're like, "What do you mean? That guy who paid $5 to get on stage, he's got 8 Conants." And they're like, "Who's Conant?" And you're like, "This town's fucked."
Yeah. Yeah. It's disheartening.
Yeah.
It really is.
What I realized is you just got to make rules for you. So when I moved here, I said, I don't pay to get on stage. I won't pay to play. I don't agree with it. And it's been so hard because some of the best stage time you can get, especially when no one knows you, you're not in with the clubs, you don't have rep, is...
I know you.
That's what I'm here, baby.
I saw you go up at... What's that place called? It used to be called Happy Endings. It's upstairs.
Oh, fuck.
It's a bar. It's on by Chick-fil-A on Sunset.
It is by Chick-fil-A at Sunset. Oh, shit. It was the...
I know the owner, too. He's my buddy. I'm blanking.
Sam Tripoli was running
Sam
it.
Tripoli, yeah. What
The dojos, the comedy dojo.
Yes. I saw you go up there, and I was immediately a fan. You were funny as shit, because it was a small Dismo show, and you just started riffing, I believe, and talking to the bartender.
I remember that. I remember that because they've been like, man, our show packs out.
Of course, when we did it,
Of
it did not.
And I had invited a manager. So there was a manager there.
Good time.
Oh, boy. Like, it was one of those ones where it's like, I was riffing being like, I just got to do something. There's no one here. We, like, sat and chatted, and it was really nice. And then I definitely got the, like, you're not for our company, but, like, let's keep talking. Which is just...
So funny.
It's like, but it's like, yeah, no shit. I just made you come out
yeah.
after work hours, and it was like me, Craig, 3 flat earthers, and my buddy Jesse having a martini. Like, no
Yeah.
shit. You're like, you don't see dollar signs on the back of this gentleman.
No.
But the LA scene is so crazy because it's literally that. It's literally like you don't know when a show is going to be good. You also like won't ever know who's in the audience. Like, you get random weird.
Yeah, like opportunities I've had. I've performed the 3 clubs pretty regularly, and like when I do get an opportunity, they're like, "We saw you at a taco hut off of in
Yeah.
Los Feliz," and you're like, "Not at the Comedy Store, or the Improv, or the Laugh Factory. You saw me at the Taqueria." It's so wild.
Like, the amount of stuff I've gotten out of just performing at Flappers. You're just
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
Flappers? Burbank? And you're like, bro, they're everywhere.
yeah, it's crazy.
But, and listen, I will credit, Flappers was the first place that put me up in this town because, and I do want to explain this because I think this is such a help. So, LA, let's see if I can get this system right. You would know more. So, there's a bunch of different open mics. And when they say open mic, it could be a slotted mic, which means there'll be a website of
You pay to play in advance. Slotted means like in 1 hour, what is there, 10 comics?
let's say.
And then you each pay $5, and the rule is all 10 comics have to stay there for that hour. It sounds shiesty because you have to pay, but I like it. It came later because you don't have to waste 3 to 4 hours. You know, it's just 1 hour done.
Yeah.
Done.
And it's again, it's one of those things
Did
where
I
it's
explain that correctly?
You did. You absolutely did.
Okay.
And it's one of those things where, like, just because I don't do it, I don't think it means you shouldn't do it when you start. It's like, I won't ever.
You're past that.
If that thing is like, I don't allow myself to think of you're past that because I've moved scenes a lot. You gotta start at the bottom and go up.
I find it so fascinating and frustrating. Like, you're a headliner in Canada, right? Yeah, and then he comes here and he has to pay to do open mics.
It's one of those things.
It's
where
how
like,
it goes. It
it's
sucks.
just how you just gotta fucking
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Because the worst thing you can do is big time be like you can. I always think like you can have a little rule. You'd be like, I don't pay to go on stage. That's a fine little rule that allows like my ego to have that little like, all right, I've worked hard enough. This is the level I'm at. But like you see I've seen guys and girls move to LA with the like, don't you fucking know who I am? And
That's the quickest way to get the fuck out.
oh, this town loves it. Like we do not, and we're not looking to learn.
Yeah.
Like you can fuck off. So it's just like, yes,
Yeah.
sir. Let's go to the dojo and perform for 2 people.
Yep. God, that's crazy.
So there's the slotted.
Just be a touring, headlining, touring the country, and you come here and they're like $5 for 5 minutes, and you're just like, but up there, I sell out. Not here, boy. Not here.
It's weird. I like it. I think it's good and humbling for people. It also I think it totally makes you better because it's that thing of like you're not at the same level. It's different sort of audiences, different vibes, different things you have to work with. Different things are funny, different way. Like it's because I performed all over the world. It's that thing of like you just learn to
You
adjust.
did the Europa.
I performed in Europa. I
Europa
lived in
tour.
Europa, Craigie. I live in London. Lived there 6 years.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Sprechen Sie Deutsch? Yes. The perform in Berlin is very nice.
We have floods right now.
We're covered in water, and our milk is weirdly. We assume powdered milk or condensed milk over regular milk for coffee, which is alarming. And what's weirdest? You know how much I don't like that? I think that's the weirdest thing that Germany's ever done.
Not almost conquer the world.
Or the Holocaust. That's right. I'm a fickle boy.
God, yeah, powdered milk. Get the fuck out of here. I want sweet cream.
Yeah, goddamn right. We were talking about this in the kitchen, but how America's the only place that if you see sweet on a food product,
14 grams of sugar.
yeah, we are not fucking around. Like it's sweet tea means sweet tea, bitch.
And sweet cream, it's so good. Just put a little in the coffee.
Oh yeah.
Just put a little in the coffee.
The fact that half and half is the assumed coffee, milk. Like that is so decadent. Like it's every cup of coffee is cake in this country. That's why it's number one.
And I know. I like it that
Yeah,
way.
you're starting the
Get
day.
your black coffee out of here.
Even if you have an apartment, you're still having cake. You're having liquid cake for breakfast. That's a championship country.
And that's the way it's got to be.
Yeah, this is the Italy with their bitter coffee with
Yeah.
no sweetness. No, you come to America.
Nescafe, French cafe,
No, the cafe sweet, the sweet cream cafe.
That sketch with Chris Farley is, I quote it every week, almost daily.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
When there's the most epic sketch, I've talked about it 20 times, but the server goes to Chris Farley and he drinks coffee and he goes, actually, that's Nescafe decaf, instant coffee, Colombia frappuccino, or whatever. He says something like that. And then Chris goes, what?
Yes, I have this.
And then he goes like this. You lied to me. And he just beats the shit out of the guy over decaf coffee. And it just ends in like people going, ah! It is the best sketch I have ever seen in my life. Chris Farley, man. Oh, it's crazy that like 8 of the best sketches of all time are him.
Jay Moore talks about him in his book, Gasping for Airtime, about his experience on SNL. And he said Chris Farley was like the sun. He came in a room, he's like, it was bright, it was nice. Everyone was happy, everyone was having a good time. You wanted to work with him, you wanted to make him laugh, you wanted him to make you laugh. Second he left the room, he was like, it was nighttime. Everyone was like a little more nervous. He's like, that book is so interesting in terms of like dynamics. Jay Moore admits to stealing a joke in it, but like how he talks about Chris Farley and like how like he had never seen someone who was so naturally gifted and then worked at it and in a place where it was like a perfect environment for that kind of person. It's so fucking
Chris Rock said something similar where he said on the set of SNL where normally everyone was worried like who's going to be the funniest. That nervous energy because it was, Rock, Sandler, Spade, Nealon. I mean, that era was insane.
That crew, were years where Phil Hartman is sat next to Chris Farley on a comedy show. Like right there, you could be like, all of you were fucking fired.
Yeah.
I got Shaq and I got LeBron prime.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then Chris Rock said all that pressure went away when Chris Farley was on set because no one worried about who was going to be the funniest. Yeah. They knew. And I was like, well, he's here. So they then it gave them freedom to just lessens the stakes, which makes you just be more loosey-goosey, just more in, and I just remember him talking about that, and I thought that was amazing.
I always find it fascinating how in LA for stand-ups, no one takes that pressure off themselves, even though we have actually that gift of, we are usually on shows with someone that is way better and way more successful than us, and yet I always feel the pressure to like, gotta stick to the thing, gotta like try and stand out when it's that thing of like, why worry about you're not gonna.
No, that's good though, because then
it
you
is.
do.
But it's that other thing of you can look at it from the other Zen perspective of just be you, and the people that were gonna find you anyway were gonna come to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't put that negative pressure on yourself because you're not gonna beat.
Yeah,
there's certain fucking killers in this town.
Of course, I won't say I'm not gonna try to outkill like a Donnell Rawlings, but I'll say in my head like, but they'll remember me.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I want to get to a place where it's like I want to still be trying to do better than Donnell Rawlings. By the way, perfect example. Murdersville, but is one of those ones where you're like, there's got to be a way to follow him. You just got to figure it out for you. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like there's certain guys you're like, you're just not following him. Like just the building is going to be in a different place. And Donnell definitely has. I'm trying to think of like. Here's a weird one who's a fucking ass to follow. You ever have to follow Alan Havey? Holy good luck. Like that guy.
Where's he out of?
Does a lot of comedy magic, does a lot of the improv. Like an older guy. He's in like Billions. He's also like a character actor.
Okay.
But it's just one of those guys where it's clearly like he's done enough other stuff. So and he's older. So he's got
Oh, you know who's the beast to follow? Earthquake.
Holy shit.
That guy is fucking insane.
Well, here I have a weird theory, which is all black stand-up comedians are immediately better than all white stand-up comedians.
A little bit.
Like there's just
Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor,
Mark Curry. No one ever
Eddie Murphy. Mark Curry is a comical genius. I fucking love that guy.
Mark
Hanging
Curry
with Mr. Cooper. What's up?
Oh my god!
I grew up watching you. You're fucking gangster, bro.
This is the first show at the Hollywood Improv. Mark Curry is on it. Mark Curry riffs a bit about how much easier his dad had it being a father than him, which is like, I gotta know my kid's shoe size. I gotta buy them shoes. If I spoke, my dad thought about shooting me with a gun. And then did the funniest act out of him just going, dad, and then just, and you're just like, what the, like literally like loading the gun up. Oh, like, fuck.
That guy is a comical genius. I think I've told this story, but we're telling it again. Who cares? I saw him at the Improv, Hollywood Improv, but after I hadn't seen him since hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know, I eat, live, and breathe the scene, so I'm at all the clubs all the time, and you just see people come and go, you know. And I was genuinely worried about him because I was like, I haven't seen him in 20 years, and he just was hanging out. And then Paige, the booker at the Improv, was like, you want to go up? He goes, yeah, I'll go up. And it was like, the show was long. It was too long. It was light. It was not good condition. And I'm over here, an idiot, worried about him because he disappeared. And then he gets up there, murders harder than anyone on the show. At the worst possible time, he's riffing and improv. He's like, it's called the Improv. He's like, let's do some improv. He's like, what y'all want to talk about? And then someone said something, and it was just like, and I was just like, I can't believe I was worried about this comedic genius just because I hadn't seen him in 20 years.
I had the same thing when I saw him. I was like, Mark Curry. Like, I guess
because you know you don't see him.
You don't see him, but then it's that you realize it's like, well, I'm not. And then you're like, oh, he's doing stadiums in Houston.
Exactly. What I didn't know is he's a road dog warrior, and he never took time off, and he's been touring with Cat Williams and Bill Bellamy and headlining, of course, and doing like stadiums, like original Kings of Comedy type shit.
Yeah.
And just he's been a boss this whole time. I just didn't know.
Well, yeah, he's just not
because I didn't see it.
Yeah.
And then I just was like, I was just in my head, I was like, you were worried about that guy who's got more experience in his fucking pinky than you do. You know what I mean? And it just, I'm a really big fan of his. And
but this is again,
and I think he's a genius. And I feel like more people should talk about him.
I think more, especially in LA, and that he's one of those sort of like, he's just around all the time. Like you forget like how good he is. Like there's a couple of guys, like Mark Maron is another one everyone forgets how good oh you caught it? Fuck yeah.
Dodgeball.
Everyone forgets how fucking good guy is.
Yeah, these guys with 20 to 30 years experience, you just realize as soon as he got up there, I was like, oh yeah, God. Like this guy is safe in any scenario.
And he's like, when I saw him, he's not nervous.
Kill.
He was literally like ordering his girl a drink. Like, yeah, get a vodka. Like, oh, hang on. Like, I'm like, you know, getting ready. Like, give me a minute. So I know at least my first joke. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was literally like, man, I don't know if the Suns are going to take this serious. Get the lady vodka. Oh, okay.
Steve Harvey actually stole some of his bits. And Mark Curry's such a gentleman, OG gangster, to where like people ask him about it. He's like, why don't you ask him about it and tell him your thoughts? He's like, I'm done speaking on that matter.
Ooh.
He knows what he did to me. And I'm just like, and yet another reason I love you and hate that Mr. Potato Head.
That's such a
I'm just
good
kidding. I do like Steve Harvey, but once I found out you stole one of Mark Curry's bits, I kind of go like, oh.
Something about Steve. I love the original Kings of Comedy. I think it's one of the coolest specials. I love how it's shot. I think it's great. I do not find the Steve Harvey that he presents on stage, I find to be very disingenuous, and it really stands out watching that movie because D.L. Hughley is very much himself. Cedric the Entertainer, his name drives me crazy. I think it's just too goofy for how funny he is.
But he's so funny.
He's so funny. And then Bernie Mac comes out.
Oh my
God. Point at the fences, and it's just like, oh, y'all were watching T-ball before. Now we're playing baseball.
That guy, goddamn, I used to watch his TV show in high school too, and he's always threatening beating his kids to the white meat show, and I just thought that was so funny. Very W.C. Fields, you know.
I always just thought he's the only person I've ever seen make it cool to dab sweat off your brow because he's got the folded napkin, and he does like this. It's such a like It's like he does like a sweep move. You're just
Yeah.
like, how fuck you wipe sweat like a fucking boss? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like you and I wiping sweat. It's Bernie Mac all
don't
day.
sweat.
Bernie Mac.
I kind of don't. It's really weird. It takes so much for me to sweat.
When I like sweat, it is the worst look I have. Like I look like I just did crimes.
I was watching a Bernie Mac documentary, and when he was filming Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 12, they said that his storytelling commanded the room even amongst that cast. That he had Brad Pitt and Matt Damon and Carl Reiner or Rob Reiner or both.
But it's Carl Reiner.
Carl Reiner.
But Rob Reiner probably popped by the set.
Yeah, and he's like, Carl Reiner has been in Hollywood for 60 years and has worked with everybody, you know. And Bernie Mac has Carl Reiner like they said he was just so captivating. His aura just pulled you in to where he'd tell a story where Matt Damon shuts the fuck up and goes, "Hold on, Bernie's speaking." You know what I mean?
Yeah, Will Hunting and the guy who wrote The 1,000-Year-Old Man are like, Bernie, you tell people what happened at lunch.
yeah.
Like that's fucking. But that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Because it's also the thing of those guys are very good writers. They're very good, like actors. But you know, like Bernie Mac probably spent 5 years in some hell gig in Chicago where like there's a guy doing an abortion. They're throwing knives at him, and he's dabbing sweat
I
off.
remember
and fucking.
always seeing him come up. I remember him in House Party or House Party 2. He's that famous line, "Ooh, I remember your name. We used to call your mama
shit.
Jawbone. She sucked the meanest dick." And it was so funny in a lot of
House Party, or is that?
a Kid in Play, maybe what was that one? Class Act? I don't know. I feel like it was one of the Kid in Play movies. But I used to watch all that shit.
Here's what
And
blows my
I remember
mind is
he was in Friday, Miss
I
Barker.
was gonna say this, yeah.
Give me some for my cataract.
No one talks about how good Friday.
It's a classic. Friday's
Oh.
a classic. I grew up with that movie. I had a VHS.
I don't
Started
understand.
smoking weed to that movie.
Oh, of course. I was about to be like that.
Thank you, Chris Tucker. Heard
that-
you're Christian now. Look what you did to me.
That movie, more than anything, I think set the drug war back like 15 years because it just made it seem like it was like going to get French fries on Friday afternoon. Oh my God, Friday, and also all of Spike Lee's movies. Listen, if you ever go, is racism a problem? Absolutely, and I guarantee you, just racism that's keeping Friday away from being the comedy of the 90s because it's so fucking funny.
It's perfect.
And no one talks about how good Spike Lee's movies are. Like everyone talks about Quentin Tarantino. Everyone talks about like certain extent even Kevin Smith of like those sort of independent, different type of movies. No one talks about Spike Lee. And Spike Lee's like Do the Right Thing. Oh, what the fuck's the other one?
I was a fan of 24 Hours, 25th Hour.
25th Hour is another.
There's so many. I just
Inside
watched
Man.
one with.
There's those two original ones. There's Do the Right Thing and the other one people are yelling right now.
What did I just watch? That Vietnam one with.
Vietnam one. He did a.
The Five Bloods.
Yeah, that was
Oh,
good.
I haven't seen that yet.
It was good. It was fun.
I'm very excited. I still can't remember. It was Do the Right Thing and the other goddamn. I'm looking it up. It's gonna drive me crazy. You guys just talk amongst yourselves. Spike Lee
We got 7 minutes.
movies. We got 7
shit.
minutes. Oh
Well,
shit!
Normally we just run it, but
are there segments?
no. Yes. Well, kind of. We are on a time crunch today, and today only. We got to keep it an hour.
Why are we on a time crunch today?
There's a big, important Zoom call meeting thing after this.
Ooh.
Just want to give it enough time. You could leave everything set up too. So we'll go till we got 17 minutes, and you will not break down today. That's what we're gonna do.
She's Gotta Have It is not the movie. It's Do the Right Thing.
Jungle Fever.
It was not Jungle Fever.
Racist.
I do not remember what the movie was.
He Got Game.
Oh, I remember that one. There was sexy time in it. I saw that.
Oh,
as a
yeah,
young
yeah,
man.
yeah,
All that
yeah,
old
yeah,
shit.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
need to be a basketball player. Look at all that pussy. What? What?
It's the problem with looking up something on your phone is then you get like those like 8 alerts from various things that have just become email. You know how like every social media is now just remember when Instagram was for photos? No, I just use it now as an email. Or it's like Facebook used to be a place where you used to, like creep on exes.
World's going to shit.
Now it's just an email. Everything just becomes an email at a certain point.
They're reading our minds, man.
Fucking in there.
They're in my head. I thought about a flannel and then it popped up on my IG. How'd you get in here?
Here's the problem with all of the products advertised to me on Instagram.
I
want them all.
I want them all. That's why I hate it.
Yeah, I want a waterproof case for my phone. What am I doing not being able to text while I'm scuba?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here on dry land texting like a fucking grandfather. I want to be in the water.
Yeah. I want everything they sell.
Yeah. And some of it's got to not work, but I have
None of it works. It's from Instagram, and it takes 3 months to get there.
I have yet to buy.
You're texting Nemo down there, and your little phone just fucking goes.
I just won't do it. I went on a big Amazon buying Jag.
Jag.
Like you went like I broke up with my wife in November, and like December and January was just like if I see it on Amazon.
You were married?
That's right.
For how long?
13 months. May not be
I thought he was gonna say years.
Yeah, may
13 weeks.
Yeah,
it was pretty
1 year
pretty rough.
and 1 month, and we thought, you know what? That's our fill. That's our fill.
That's all right. No big whoop.
It's one of the, I'm 36. You got to get a divorce on the board by 36. I feel that's the right age for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It explains why you're occasionally just sort of like unnecessarily angry. You call this a steak? He's going through divorce. Oh, okay. I understand. That's the sort of thing. You know what I mean? Like, how old are you, Craig?
37.
You have a divorce on the board?
Nope.
Buddy, you got to get a divorce on the board, bro.
I ain't getting married till they're pregnant.
They? Like, how many women are you planning on getting pregnant at one moment?
I don't know what to call people anymore.
It's a good point. It's very inclusionary of
she,
you.
Him, her.
I appreciate it.
He, ho, ho, ha, 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 ha. Wee. Okay.
I want to just, before we wrap up, I want you to tell me about this open mic that was an AA meeting, because that sounds so crazy.
So at Bliss Art House Cafe on Fountain and Vine, on the open mic nights, the hour before was a fucking AA meeting. And I don't know how open mics are now. I'm pretty far removed from that. I don't really visit that world anymore.
They're fun.
No, they're not.
That is true.
That's why I don't go. Every time, like, I'll still go dip in, but I'll be like, every time I do, I'm like, oh, that was awful. Anyways, all the comics are waiting outside. Everyone's smoking weed, drinking beers, becoming fucked up. And the AA meeting comes out, and we're just smoking bowls. And just right in front of them, and like literally like eager beaver, like out of the way, AA people. We're next. Out of the way. I have to plug in one microphone. It was wild. And I remember consciously, I wasn't sober at that time, smoking and drinking and feeling bad. It's like, oh, they're trying to get sober in there. And it didn't stop me. Didn't stop any of us, for that matter. They were slanging beers out the back. He's put in a styrofoam cup.
That's so funny that the cafe that's hosting an AA meeting is also like
slinging Heinekens.
Beer from behind the man.
Keep it in the styrofoam. $3.
Oh, man,
good deal.
You
good
hear
deal.
these stories about
cold beer.
Like, LA is still very much a bit of a shady city where you can just find places.
That's what I try to tell people. Just break the law.
Yeah, like LA is
no one's fucking coming, man.
It's, like, it's fine. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, and LA is one of those is one of those last cities that has that lawless. And it's like a big lawlessness. It also has but there's certain things where this ain't other police departments. This is the LAPD. Like, if they're involved, they win.
Yeah.
For example, during COVID in New York, they had all this amazing experience doing outdoor shows, and like the NYPD just looked the other way because they're like, yeah, man, people are outside. That company tried to bring that to LA. They did one event, and the LAPD was like, they're like, it's a protest, we're allowed to do it. And they're like, that's a comedy show. I've seen that guy on Comedy Central. Shut it the fuck down.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And it's just like, it's a different vibe. Like there's so much illegal shit going on.
But if
like,
they're not in on the take,
that's the thing. Is it's like
it ain't happening.
yeah, like you gotta know what illegal shit you can do.
Yeah, they're a little dirty. They're a little dirty. Most major cities precincts are a little dirty.
What's weird is I know Chicago is, but I assume that they're not. There's something about the
Illinois, Midwest vibe.
yeah. Here's the weird thing about Illinois. I can't name another city in that whole state. Like it's Chicago or nothing.
Is there another one?
Springfield.
What the fuck
Fuck
is
that, man. You can't play. That's the Simpsons.
I've played there. A little Springfield, Massachusetts. How many Springfields are there?
There's a shitload. That's why they called it
Too many.
Springfield. It's also I've played other cities in Illinois. I have no idea what they were called.
Spokane. I got one.
Spokane. That's
Spokane.
neither of those.
Spokane. It's a real city. I only know that because Richard Pryor was not from there. Peoria.
Yeah, he's from
I got it
Peoria.
wrong.
What are you talking about?
Peoria. As I was trying to, you saw that? I was like, oh
yeah.
I said the wrong name. Where is Spokane? Is that a city?
It's not a city. You're confusing Spokane and Okie from Muskogee.
Spokane, Illinois.
Craig, your girlfriend must be a very understanding human
She
being.
is.
Because
She is.
to have an intellectual and emotional argument with this would be
She always wins.
Oh, you are not winning? But
Spokane.
I guarantee you put in quite a fucking shift because she's like, I want you to open up. Spokane, baby. And she's
Come
like, what
on.
the fuck
Yeah.
is Spokane?
And why is your hand in my ass?
Yeah. We're not playing ventriloquist dummy right now, Craig. It's not Sunday. That's a Lord's Day
The
sex
Lord,
game.
the day of the Lord.
Yeah.
I've been praying to the Lord.
Yeah. Sometimes you pretend to be baby Moses and she's the basket. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about. I need some milk.
Yeah. I've been in the Nile. You have to nourish me from the crocodiles.
Let me get those bazookas over here.
Yeah.
Auga, auga.
Yeah.
can't
Craig's
say.
favorite sex game is he plays Garden of Eden, and his girlfriend is the snake, and he's the apple.
Come on and bite this.
Yeah.
Come on and bite this nutsack. See what the devil has to offer.
Yeah, come on, convince.
Hey, look, he's awake.
Oh,
Oh,
we have fun, don't we, Craig?
we do. I knew you'd be a hoot. You're so fucking funny.
I had a great
Before I
time.
plug the shit out of you, you'll be tagged in all the things. We'll
love
put
it.
your links. Put your album in there.
Put the album in there.
But first, we do have a theme.
we got a theme.
We have a theme.
Ooh.
More of a question. Watch out.
There's a big part of me that just hopes the theme is you shooting that elastic at
That's
the camera.
it. That's the bit. No, you had a pretty good poop story, but I like to ask my guests. You got a good diarrhea in the pants story, some hot mud down the leg on your wedding night, something real embarrassing.
I got a lot
Real
of great.
bad.
I got a
Nice.
lot of great shit stories. Probably my best shit story is shitting on the wall. Let's be honest.
That's a pretty good one. That's
But we can.
pretty. We'll
but
get
that doesn't
another
mean
one.
I don't have others.
The fact that you told the germaphobe guy years later, because I used to brush my teeth with people's toothbrushes, and then with drunk. Except at my dad's house recently, I bit Play-Doh, and then I thought I was using his toothbrush, and then it was his girlfriend's, and I was like, "Don't tell her." Anyways, but I bit Play-Doh, and I had it stuck in my teeth at my dad's house, so I had to get it out. Anyhow,
Okay, hang the fuck on. Why did you bite Play-Doh?
my niece and nephew. you
Fair
know.
point. Fair point.
Yeah.
Yep, there we
I
go.
thought it would be a bit like
Yeah.
I'll fake this, and then it like got stuck in the roof, and I was like, they put a taste on that shit to prevent kids from eating it.
And that tastes no good. Yeah.
I was almost vomiting. I was in the sink going, "Ugh, ugh," and I just went and I just grabbed the brush and went. And I was like, "Dad, I'm sorry I used your toothbrush." And he goes, "What color was it?" I was like, "Red." He goes, "That's Judy's." And he started laughing. I was like, "Don't tell her." He's like, "Oh, I won't." Anyways.
I mean, I'm gonna say this by the way. Being an adult with an adult dad is the best because it's just you just know an old guy that really doesn't give a fuck.
he doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, if you're in your mid to late 30s and your dad is still alive, that just means you now have an invitation to just watch someone care
They-
not about anything
Where
in
do
the
you
world.
think I got? Gah.
Yeah. Oh.
I told my dad, like, I bring up crazy shit. Like, remember when you threw the baseball at my face and basketball, sorry. And he's just like,
Yeah, he's like, what?
Because it's the 90s.
Yeah. What you realize as you get older is you're like, your mom loves you and is trying to protect you, and your dad loves you,
And
but
he's trying to hurt
He
you.
is trying to destroy
Trying
you.
to
Like
hurt
it's
you.
just one of those things where, and it's not because he wants to. It's just he's.
How he was wired.
Yeah, dudes are just very stupid, and not like they're intellectually. Men can be very smart, but it's also at a certain point. Like if I have a fiery stick, and enough time with that fiery stick, I'm gonna be like,
Let's whack my son with
yeah, I'm gonna go touch my friend's shirt with this fire stick and see what happens to his shirt. Like let's we got hospitals for a reason. We might as well fucking use them. One time I was in Edinburgh, Scotland. I was flying from my show. It was my first time ever at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And the thing you got to know about Scotland is not every restaurant will have a bathroom. Like they'll just like be selling food, and you'll be like, "I got to take a shit because I ate this good food," and they're like, "That's on you, man. We're in
Good
charge
luck.
of putting the food in. We are not taking it when it's on its way out." So I went in, bought a sandwich from a place because I like felt like I was gonna have butt mud coming hard. Get the sandwich, and I go, "Can I use your washroom?" Because and they were like, "No, we don't have a bathroom." And I was like, I've wasted precious minutes of about to shit myself on you guys. Like this is bad. I go up and down the street like with more and more aggression around Princess Street. For those Edinburgh, Scotland, right in front of the Portrait Museum. That comes important in a second. I finally get round to a jewelry store, and I say, "Do you have a bathroom?" And they were like, "We do, but it's not usually for customers." And I was like, "May I please use it?" And they looked very confused and like, and she went, "Yeah." And then she went, "No, but the Portrait Museum has a bathroom right when you walk in. Go up one flight of stairs. It's right there.
Stairs.
Fucking
Pressure.
boom. Up the stairs.
Pressure.
Get in.
Tippy toes.
Muller this toilet. It has seen bad days. My day was the worst. Absolutely, like just bad times. And I'm going to need some toilet paper to sort myself out. Unfortunately, I was in such a rush, I did not look over, no toilet paper whatsoever. And we're in like a gross, wet public toilet. Now let me ask you guys, what's your move here? What do you do?
Flush a bunch and then just splash your ass with water and just start washing.
What are you talking about, you monster? You touch the toilet water?
After you flush it.
No, it's
After
still
you flush.
No, that's a war crime.
I've done that so many times.
Oh my God, I shook your head. No, what I did was I took my sock out and I just went after it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I forgot about socks.
Yeah, put that sock on, and then for the rest of the day, I just had one sock. And I remember being like, all right, you got to come up with a reason why you had one sock. And then the first person asked, why do you have one sock? I went, took a big shit, and there was no toilet paper, so I used the sock. And they were like, been there, man. And I was like, cool, good.
I wonder why we always do that. Don't tell anyone I took a shit and I shit myself and I used it to wipe my booty.
Yeah.
Always.
Well, I think what it is that we know that you should probably have a better reason than that. But it's also that thing of like, there's no other reason that you have one sock. Like the other reason is I lost my mind midway through putting on socks. This sock left.
I'm surprised
Same.
you didn't use
Right.
both socks.
I remember I literally had it on either end, and it was like,
nice.
yeah. I will say cotton feel on the buttocks, an absolute dream.
I think that's the future. Just cotton toilet paper. We just wash
No,
it.
it's not.
What?
It's absolutely not.
I can't believe that my best solution was splash my ass with toilet water.
Yeah, your best solution is
wash up in there. It's clean water, everybody.
No, it isn't. Yeah, but it's touching porcelain that was recently.
Oh, water is liquid life. We are made of water.
The ocean. The ocean's dirty on the sides because that's where the dirt is, bro. You know what I mean? You ever touch that sandy beach water?
Yeah.
It's like that.
It's got the in it. Shit, we gotta bleep that word. They'll flag it. So annoying.
Do they really?
Yes.
They flag.
You can't even mention it. There's two bleeps.
All right, I'm gonna say this. I've had the. I love it. We gotta go.
Everybody, yeah, we got another. Anyways, everybody, this is John Hastings. Very, very funny guy. Funny as fuck. Check his album out. When is it coming out?
Comes out end of August, August 31st.
August
It is
31st.
exclusive to SiriusXM for a week, and then is on all streaming sites. But you can pre-order it now.
We will put his link and everything Send me the links.
I will send you the links.
And of his IG, of course, I have that. And then very, very funny. Check him out. We're on a bit of a time crunch today. I'll tell you later at a later date. It's a Zoom meeting. It's exciting stuff, though.
It's very
big
fun.
stuff. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in. Community service. Rate, like, subscribe, do all the things. You know.
Yeah.
John Hastings, everybody. Check him out. Click
Give it
the
up for
links below.
Craig. Click on my links.
Give it up for Chris on the ones and twos. I love you all. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.